Now, I'll do a part-by-part introduction to the core components here. I won't spend a tremendous amount of time here because we'll talk about them later, but it's nice to have just an overview of the parts. This one up on the screen is called the CB2000, and what it is, it's a Decora insert that, if you look at the back side of it, has an Ethernet connection, so it connects to the school's network, and it also has a black connector that utilizes a Cat5 type cable, not to connect to the network, but simply to send RS-232 and receive power and send IR. And in this case, there's actually two RS-232 ports available on that black connector. The CB50 part would sit right next to the CB2000, and what this does is it gives you volume up, volume down, and mute. So you basically can free up 3 of the buttons off of the CB2000. So it is a companion part that is optional. You may want it, you may not want it. But if you do add this, then there is a specific part number for the 2 parts. The CB6000, if you look at the back of the CB2000, the interconnect is identical to the CB2000, where there's Ethernet and then a black RJ45 connector for the 2 RS-232 and the IR. So as far as the system is concerned, it's the same product. The difference is that it sits in a double-wide gang box and it has a color touchscreen. And that color touchscreen, you can add pages, up to 5 pages of 8 buttons apiece. So you can expand the control options for the classroom. If they need more than 8 buttons, this is the way to go. And we'll be spending a lot of time with the CB6000 understanding how to set it up, how to program it. The CA1000 is it's a legacy product. It's been around for quite a while, and it's still on our price sheet. And it is a 4-input, 32-watt, remotely controllable audio amplifier. It can be controlled via RS-232 or IR. It is not networked, but it can be accessed through the network through one of our controllers. There's the orange box again. That's that Symbio wireless microphone receiver that sits inside the enclosure. And it is an IR-based microphone, and it supports a teacher's microphone and a student microphone. Below that, you see our CM3000, and this is the same as the CA1000, but we've expanded it and added a 4-port network switch onto it, so it can be accessed over the network. And this is also the core of our conductor system, which is our network-based paging and intercom. That we won't be covering that during this training. That's the next training module. And here's an example of our wall plates. They are Decora insert type wall plates. And in the case of the analog wall plates, there's a cabling interconnect that is very similar to Rapid Run, if anybody is familiar with Rapid Run, where there's a snake and then there's a breakout cables at the other end. We also have HDMI that utilizes the HD-based technology, so there's a single Cat5 wire that runs behind the insert, and then a receiver that goes up on the ezRoom side. And we have a couple of adapters that we'd like to talk about, the TV13 and the TV14. Basically, these are just adapters that take in Cat5 cable and break out the wiring into Phoenix-type connectors, so that you can connect to a projector or IR to a Apple TV, so forth.